soft vinyl crackle. A needle drops. Lean on me when you're not strong. There was a time when songs like this didn't just play. They lived with us. They filled car radios, echoed through living rooms, and became the soundtrack to moments we never forgot. But somewhere along the way, some of these songs faded. Not because they weren't great, but because time moved on. Welcome back to Retro Replay. Today, we're diving deep into 20 forgotten songs from 1972. And stick around, because later we'll reveal the artist who almost walked away from music just before creating one of the biggest hits of the year. Let's rewind the clock and begin with a song that didn't just top the charts, it defined the year. Number 1. The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, Roberta Flack. This wasn't just a hit, it was a moment. Roberta Flack's haunting ballad sat at number 1 for 6 weeks, becoming the biggest song of 1972. But here's what made it unforgettable. She slowed it down. Way down. Number 2. Alone, again naturally. Gilbert O'Sullivan. On the surface, it sounds light. A gentle piano. A soft melody, but listen closer. This is one of the darkest number 1 hits of its time. Gilbert O'Sullivan blended cheerful sound with devastating themes, abandonment, grief, loneliness. And somehow, it worked. The song spent 6 weeks at number 1. A reflection of a world slowly moving away from the optimism of the 60s into something more introspective, more real. And then, there was a song that didn't just tell a story, it became a mystery. Number 3. American Pie, Don McLean. 8 minutes long, unapologetically poetic, and completely unforgettable. American Pie broke every radio rule, yet stations played it in full. Again and again. Its lyrics, still debated today. A tribute, a farewell, a puzzle. Don McLean never fully explained it, and maybe that's why it still lives on. Not just as a song piece, but a time capsule of a changing America. Number 4. Without You, Harry Nilsson. Some songs hurt. This one aches. Harry Nilsson took a track originally recorded by Badfinger and transformed it into something towering. Orchestral? Explosive. Heartbreaking? And those high notes? Legend says he nailed them in a single take. No do-overs, just raw emotion. Even now, it's one of the most powerful breakup songs ever recorded. Yet oddly honeyable pat. You'll mostly hear it in movie scenes, not everyday playlists. If this is bringing back memories, hit that like and subscribe button. And tell us in the comments, which of these songs still hits you the hardest? Now let's shift gears, because not every hit was heavy. Some were pure charm. Number 5. The Candyman. You're sweet. Playful. Unexpected. The Candyman wasn't supposed to be his song. In fact, Sammy Davis Jr. reportedly didn't even like it at first. Too sugary. Too simple. but he recorded it anyway, and it became his biggest hit of the decade. Proof that sometimes the songs you doubt the most are the ones the world falls in love with. And speaking of songs that connected deeply, this next one became something more than music. Number 6, Lean on Me. Bill Withers. Simple chords, simple words, but a message that never fades. Bill Withers drew from his childhood, growing up in a tight-knit community, and you can feel it. Lean on Me wasn't just a hit, it became a promise. A reminder that no one has to stand alone. But behind this warmth, there's a story. A moment in Withers' career that almost changed everything. We'll come back to that. Number 7, Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. A barmaid. A sailor. A love that could never quite happen. Brandy turned storytelling into radio gold. Every lyric painted a scene. Every chorus carried emotion. And yet, despite topping the charts, it's often overshadowed by other soft rock hits of the era. Now, let's talk about a voice just beginning to change the world. Number 8. Oh, Girl. The Chi-Lites. Soft, soulful, honest. Oh, Girl didn't need drama. It didn't need big production. Just a harmonica and heartbreak. That harmonica, added at the last minute. Almost an afterthought, and somehow it became the song's signature. And then, a young artist on the edge of something bigger. Number 9, Ben, Michael Jackson. He was just 14 years old, but Ben proved something undeniable. Michael Jackson wasn't just part of a group. He was a star. The song gave him his first number 1 as a solo artist. But here's the twist. He nearly stepped away from it. Unsure if it fit who he wanted to become. Imagine that. One hesitation, and history could have sounded very different. From soulful beginnings to something completely unexpected. Number 10, Popcorn, Hot Butter. No lyrics, no vocals, just sound. Popcorn was futuristic, built on synthesizers long before electronic music became mainstream, and that iconic popping effect. An accident, a sound they almost threw away. Instead, it became history. And as we move deeper into 1972, the hits keep coming about. Number 11, A Horse with No Name, America. A hypnotic desert journey that critics doubted, but listeners loved. Number 12, Song Sung Blue, Neil Diamond. Simple, warm, inspired by classical roots, yet quietly fading from memory. Now, the moment we teased earlier, the artist who almost walked away. Number 13, Heart of Gold, Neil Young. Neil Young was tired, in pain, and close to stepping back from music entirely. But then, Heart of Gold happened. A simple melody, a harmonica, a voice searching for something real. It became his only #1 hit, and more importantly, it brought him back. From there, 1972 kept evolving, pushing boundaries, breaking rules. Number 14. Papa was a Rolling Stone, The Temptations. Bold, atmospheric masterpiece that redefined soul music. Number 15. Go All the Way. Raspberries. A power pop blueprint that inspired generations. Number 16. Tightrope, Leon Russell. Playful, circus-like reflection on fame and balance. Number 17. I'd Love to Change the World. A quiet protest wrapped in haunting melodies. Number 18. Too Late to Turn Back Now. Smooth, heartfelt, and almost never released as a single. Number 19. Superstition, Stevie Wonder. Funk at its finest, born from a spontaneous studio jam. And finally, a song that feels like pure innocence. Number 20. Brand New Key, Melanie. Roller skates, carefree energy, a melody you can't forget. Brand New Key captured something rare, joy without complication. And maybe that's why it still feels so refreshing today. 1972 wasn't just a year of music. It was a turning point, a bridge between eras, from soulful ballads to experimental sounds, from innocence to introspection. So tell us, which of these songs do you remember? Which one deserves a comeback? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip through time, like the video, subscribe to Retro Replay and keep the music alive.